Hello and welcome. I hope that everyone's had a magical weekend. For us, it's been pretty intense with lots of projects in the house and outside of the house, which is great because if you're not being busy all the time, then it's very difficult to achieve anything. But for now, let's just enjoy the small things and enjoy this little segment of plants. One of the greatest things that we have in our lives is the ability to move, and that's not just me, my wife and our boys, that's everyone on the planet. One thing that I would love to give to you is a bit of inspiration to, even just on a weekend, move a little bit. For me, this is just a very gentle mobility and sort of flexibility workout with a little bit of meditation. It's such a great way to start the day just before we hit the markets and then start doing all of our projects. A great pleasure of ours as a family is to pop out on a Saturday, every Saturday, to the market and buy whatever we need for the week. And a lot of people think that the markets are fairly expensive compared to supermarkets, and actually they're not. They work out roughly the same price depending on what you buy, and they are so much better for you. We also enjoy cheeses, and this is something that we eat on a daily basis within a nice portion size. And one of the most beautiful things in markets is you get to meet amazing people and try different foods, and this market here is Syrian food, unbelievably good. And we always get a couple of trays of eggs, which sets us up for the week. One of the jobs this weekend is to remove this coping stone which is on parts of the section of the wall. Essentially we want to put a slab of wood on the top, secure it, and then put pots on top. Fantastic. Here we go. Now the reason why we're doing this is because we don't have a massive garden like some people do. There's nothing wrong with that, but what we want is to grow as much as possible, whether that's food or flowers, whatever makes us feel good. And this will enable us to have that little bit of extra growing space within our beautiful little garden. Once I'm ready, I will finish this. I'll probably stain it and make it that little bit more waterproof. But for now, this is good. I'm happy with it. Fantastic. Gives us that little bit of extra growing space. So my wonderful wife the other day had a brilliant idea, and she said, "Husband, can you build me a greenhouse in the back garden?" So I said, "Yeah, let's do it." So here we go. Clearing out some of the plants. These brassicas are spent, so I'm just going to get rid of them and put them on a compost heap. And the rest of the plants that are around and which I know are planted, or bulbs that are under the soil, I'm going to move and make way for the foundations for this greenhouse. Now we do have, those flimsy plastic, smaller type greenhouses that you can use temporarily. We've got them. They serve a wonderful purpose, and that is growing seeds and allowing plants to gradually go outdoors. Fantastic, but it's not enough space and it's not a permanent thing. So the idea of this is to give that sense of permanence, have a little bit more of a growing space during colder months, spring, autumn, winter, whatever. And it'll also enable that little bit of extra, different environment outside. We're going to put a little table and a little chair in there so my wife can sit outside whenever she likes, even in the rain, and it'll sound beautiful on the glass. And life is for living and enjoying, and our garden and growing things is one way for us to do that. What?
You like gardening?
Yeah, I like gardening.
Oh, okay.
Sweet Williams, they look quite cute. Nice little pink flowers. They're perennials. They'll come back.
We were incredibly lucky, or shall I say, very cheeky. And I asked someone that I know if they've got any spare bricks. He said, yeah, I've got a pallet. Do you want them? I said, yes, please. So he dropped his van round, and then me and the boys manhandled all these bricks into the garden. And I'm incredibly grateful for that, so thank you very much. But these bricks are intended for the floor of the greenhouse, and I'm going to build wooden walls and then attach securely the greenhouse on top of that, which enables a bit more height, a bit more space, and a better environment to be in. And there we go. That's it for the weekend. I will conduct some more work next weekend, get the rest of the foundations in, and I'll be doing a full video on how everything's done later on. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one.